What is going on, everybody? It is March 16th, and we're going to be talking about March 17th NBA slates. Currently, my March 16 picks are doing very well right now. I'm very happy to see the results happening. Let's talk about tomorrow. We're going to make it fast and quick. Not a lot to talk about for tomorrow's games. Hornets and Heat. Currently, the Hornets are 7-3 last 10. The Heat is 7-3 last 10. These two teams have faced each other 3 times. The Heat winning the first one, the Heat winning the second, and the Heat winning the third. Offensively, the Heat is better, but the Hornets is better defensively this season. Now, Bam is questionable with calf. Andrew Wiggins at the moment is ruled out with toe. On the other hand, the Hornets is going to have everybody, and they're going to be at home too. Currently, the Hornets are favored by 4.5, but I'm going to be picking the underdogs, the Miami, to cover that plus 4.5 because I get it. Even though Bam is questionable, you still have people like Norman Powell playing, Kel Weir playing, Tyler Hero playing. Now, I'm not saying the Heat is going to win, but I think they can cover that plus 4.5. That is my first pick. The next game is the Oklahoma Thunder versus the Magic. The OKC is on a roll, 9-1 last 10. The OKC has shown that their starters and their bench is really good. Now, they've went against this Magic team and blew them out by, I don't even want to say it, like 26 points. At the Magic home, though, currently the spread is not out there yet, but everyone on the Thunder team is healthy. The Magic right now is losing to the Hawks. Anthony Black is still out. Franz Wagner is still out. I think the Thunders will cover whatever spread that is available to them. Defensively, they give up 7 points per game less. Offensively, OKC scores more, but the thing that OKC is very good at is controlling the pace, the tempo, and how the game goes, and I think they can easily do that against the Magic. The next game is the Pistons versus the Wizards. Now, the Wizards are 5-5 last 10, but the Pistons are 5-5 last 10, but the Wizards are 0-10 last 10, which is horrible. Now, these two teams have faced each other twice. The Detroit Pistons always struggles with the Wizards. I'm not sure why, but tomorrow, I'm going to pick the Pistons to cover the spread. They're due to cover a spread. I mean, I get it. The Wizards just beat the Pistons. I get it. The Pistons only beat the Wizards by 2 points, but come on, tell me a reason why I should support the Wizards, why I should back up their spread, Because Alexandra Sarr is still out with hamstring. Make sure you check the updated list tomorrow. Keyshawn George is still out. And Pistons are going to have everyone besides Isaiah Stewart. I don't see a world where you pick the Wizards over the Pistons. I'm picking the Pistons to cover the spread. The next game is the Knicks versus the Pacers. Now, last time I told you pick the Pacers. And if you pick the Pacers, guess what? Your bet hit. But this is not bet advice. Do what you want with it. I just saw the spread and I said pick the Pacers. Now, the Knicks are currently favored by 15.5. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm picking the Pacers for 15.5. I'm going to pick the Pacers to cover that. You might say, why? Well, it's not why because, record-wise, the Knicks should blow them out. Knicks are at home. But the last 3 times, the Pacers have covered all 3 times. There's always that one team that a team struggles with. Even the Pacers are 0-10. I feel like the Knicks are going to beat them by less than 10 points. I'm not saying the Pacers will win, but it could happen. They did. Even without Siakam, even if he doesn't play, I'm going to still pick the Pacers for the plus. Back them up just because of statistics and how they've done this season against the Knicks. The next game is the Cavs versus the Bucks. Giannis is questionable. Miles Turner is questionable. On the other hand, Jarrett Allen is still going to be out. Craig Porter Jr. is out. Sam Merrill is questionable, and Tyson is probable. I'm going to pick the Cavs to cover that 10.5 spread. It's a big spread. Giannis could potentially play. Even if he does, you got people like Donovan Mitchell, James Harden on the Cavs. Yes, the Cavs are 5-5, but the Bucks are no better. They're 2-8 last 10. These two teams have faced each other 3 times this season. The first game, Cavs won by 5. The second game, Cavs won by 12. The third game, Cavs lost by 2. But when we look at defensively, they're about the same, but the Cavs are better. I mean, they are better. But offensively, that's where I think it's a game changer. The Cavs are scoring 8 points per game more than the Bucks. And on top of that, the Cavs have a pretty solid, backup. I get it. They lost against the Mavs. That was horrible, but I think this is a bounce back spot that they need, and they will get it. That's my pick to back up the Cavs with the spread. The next game is the Phoenix Suns versus the Timberwolves. Now, currently, it says Anthony Edwards will be out with knee, but please check the updated injury list. I'm making this at 9:26 p.m. Naz Reid is questionable. Phoenix Suns, Devin Booker is available. Jalen Green is available. They're playing right now. Mark Williams and Dylan Brooks will be out. These two teams have faced each other twice this season. The first game, Suns winning by 1. The second game, Suns winning by 3. Now, currently, the spread is not out yet, but I'm going to be choosing the Phoenix spread, whether it's plus or minus. I'm going to side with the Phoenix Suns. Devin Booker and Jalen Green has actually been doing a phenomenal job. I get it, Dylan Brooke is not there, but even then, it seems to me like the Suns can still generate points. Now, without Anthony Edwards, I'm not sure how the Timberwolves will do. Now, these two teams are 6-4 last 10. The Suns are probably going to lose tonight. I'm not sure yet. Defensively, they give up 4 points per game less as well, the Suns. So I just feel like having Devin Booker, Jalen Green, I think the Suns cover whatever spread is given to them. The next game is the Nuggets versus the 76ers. 76ers without Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, Kelly Oubre, Paul George. On the other hand, Nuggets will basically have everybody besides Peyton Watson. I don't have to say much. The last time they played against each other, the Nuggets did only win by 1 point, but that game they had Tyrese Maxey, who scored 28, and Joel Embiid, who scored 32, and Jokic didn't play, Murray didn't play, Gordon didn't play, a lot of people didn't play. And on top of that, it's going to be at the Nuggets Stadium. I'm going to pick the Nuggets to have the easiest, most comfortable win in history. Okay, obviously that's a hyperbole. I'm picking the Nuggets to cover the spread. The last game of the day is the Spurs versus the Kings. See, these last two games, there's not much to analyze, okay? Like the Spurs are going to cover the spread against the Kings. They face each other twice. The first time the Spurs won by 13. The second time the Spurs won by 17. And on top of that, defensively, they give up 9 points less per game. Offensively, they're generating 8 points per game more. Everyone is healthy on the Spurs. The Kings are going to be without Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, Keegan Murray, DeAndre Hunter, Sabonis, Drew Eubanks. I don't have to say much. Spurs on the spread. Thank you guys for watching. And make sure you check my college basketball contents as well. March Madness has arrived, and we have some videos on that too. I'll see you guys later.